Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I had thought of the topic today as being talking about coffee. That's why I'm looking down here. Got my coffee, and I'm going to talk to you about coffee. But then I'm wondering if I'm looking over my shoulder here at my globe with the flat earth, and I really want to talk to you about that, because I got this I'm gonna set this back down here. Oh, I don't have my, hang on. Oh, excuse me for not being ready. I think the sound is better if I put this in and use these. Let's try this. I think it is better. You can hear me more consistently, right? Okay. It's good. Give me a second. I was going to try and make this video shorter than over a half an hour. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Well, okay, let's talk about coffee, because I have golden milk is, I think, number 3 on my list of, oh, check out this cool blanket I got last night. It's got all my I didn't slow down. Check it out. Got all my grandbabies on it, and all my maybe I'll see if I can hold it up here for you. Probably not good. This is the coolest thing. I think she did it on Shutterfly. Look at that. Can you see my redhead? These are my grandbabies, you guys. And where's my Calvin? You see everybody? Oh, did you see? That's not Calvin, but here's another one. Okay, sorry about that. It's going to be, look at this. This is a blanket. This is their grandma, right? That's our funny face shot. Look at Trinity, Lacey, and Cassie, and Brand. Those are my kids, those 4 goofy faces. And I got beautiful grandkids. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, reason you got to see that? Yeah, because, wow, we all have families, and we all have families that are important, whether they're with us every day or not, you know. And there are reasons why we want to have health on our earth. And I'm having a little challenge getting triggered by everyday happenings, and not, you know, it's every day anyway, right? But the way our systems work and the way they hurt people absolutely makes me challenged. And, you know, like coffee, for instance, I went through oh no, I'm going to make a short story long. Went through an episode this last year. Let's see, I think it was last February. I ruptured my eardrum, I'd fallen asleep with my earbuds on, and this ear was on the pillow, and it was like that, and I fell asleep. I didn't think anything of it. Well, I didn't even think back then about volume levels. It was my first pair of earbuds. I didn't really use them, but I was trying to be considerate. I didn't want to wake Trinity up or something like that, right? And so the next thing I knew, I heard this, it sounded like lightning, like an electrical crack, you know, and I thought, it woke me up, and I looked at my cell phone, and I thought, wow, I don't want that kind of sound coming out of my phone. That just didn't feel good. In fact, now my earbuds don't work. One of them, it doesn't work. And I would put them in, and I was like, this one doesn't work. So I just went to bed, or, you know, went back to sleep. Didn't think of it right then. And then I think the pain started. I'll tell you what, guys, ruptured eardrum is some intense, intense pain. And you know me, I didn't want to go to the doctor. I didn't want them putting needles in me or all that stuff. I just couldn't see it. Now, thanks to Google, I actually did heal it. So I'm not going to stretch that story out. It was a horrible, horrible thing. I even put urine drops in my ear, and that's how I could tell it was ruptured, because they didn't come back out. Now, you can put your drops in your ears and it runs back out. And I've done it for years, put urine in my ears. I put urine drops everywhere, right? All my holes. And sorry about that, sorry. But yeah, it wouldn't come back out. And I was talking to my friend, and I said, yeah. So I started drinking apple cider vinegar and a tablespoon of honey in with that, and drinking like maybe 6 glasses of it a day, and that healed it. Well, it was, you know, it was draining, and I just stuck with it, kept pads on it. Anyway, a long, gross, gory story. The point was, when I did Google the top thing for ruptured eardrum, I think it was #1. It said stop drinking coffee. And I went, wow. So I did. I stopped for 3 months, and I looked back to realize I'd been drinking coffee for like 32, 33 years. You know, sometimes a lot, where I had the pot on the kitchen counter, turned on, go back, fill up your cup, you drink a couple pots in a day, or a pot in a day. I don't really know. I never was the kind of person drink it morning till night. I have a cup in the morning and then a cup at night. That's my habit for, no, let me reword that. Couple cups in the morning, and I don't drink it at night. Has been my habit for years. Now, only recently, since I picked it back up, started drinking coffee again after my eardrum healed, I have picked up an afternoon evening cup. This is still morning, but I'm like, wait a minute. You know, if coffee is the #1 natural cure for a ruptured eardrum, and it has that much effect. Oh, I forgot to tell you, with the draining of my ear, one day I didn't drink half a cup, maybe a quarter of a cup of coffee, and that ear it had quit draining, and it almost instantly started just draining again, and I had to put pads in there I mean, wow. I was amazed at the effect. And I go back and I look at that search I did on natural cures for a ruptured eardrum, and number one was no coffee, no caffeine, no coffee or tea. Wow. I actually hadn't realized it. And then thinking about urine therapy through these 12 years I've been doing it, the one thing I've realized is that we don't know a whole lot about our bodies. We don't know how to listen to our body and seek something that is a shift in habit, right? We will look to the doctor, we'll look to some over-the-counter quick fixes, we'll look at things that, will make the pain and make this, whatever you're going through, go away as quickly as possible. And in America, we're a pretty quick fix society where we want, if we see, we want something and we want it differently. Sorry, I keep getting maybe little dog hairs in my eyes. I'm not sure what's going on. But anyway, yeah, we want it fixed quick, and we want, right? Urine therapy is not a quick fix, and it takes diligence. It takes faith in yourself, in your own body. One thing that kind of cracks me up is if I went to say something that might to you feel like I'm insulting you, or maybe blasphemous might be a word, I'm not sure. I don't ever mean that, because a lot of us, we were all born into that, right? We don't really realize that the story is so much older than this one. The story of where we live in this plane, anyway, we won't get into that right now, but shoot, I lost my original train of thought that my mom is teaching me about. Urine therapy being a quick fix, right? Takes long. Oh, I know what I was saying is getting rubbing you the wrong way. I don't ever mean to rub you the wrong way. It's going to rub you the wrong way because of that. Okay. When a person who believes in God and is very, avid follower, and then they look at me or my practices and think me gross, or think it, I don't know what kind of things, people think things, okay? Especially religious people. And I think, well, you believe in God, and He said He made us perfect in His image. And why would He create a being that puts out toxic waste? I think He made a being that puts out perfect waste. It's not even waste. I hate calling it waste. Even poo, if you eat a good diet, it's food for the earth. It's compost. It's good, right? Anyway, and so I've daydreamed about talking to priests or having a conversation with a very highly religious person. It would be disastrous. I wouldn't get upset. I think they might get upset with me because am I questioning their belief in God? I'm like, it starts in kindergarten, right? Even the urine and flat earth, it's very, very similar. They don't take us with a symbol like this about urine, right? Gosh, I just keep getting, I am so sorry, you guys. I did this yesterday too. Hang on just a second. Okay. There you are. Okay. When we first go to kindergarten, they start telling us you're on a globe, right? And in kindergarten, they probably don't test us a whole lot, but by first grade, we're getting used to being tested and looking at the other kids, and they're going, yeah, we spin on a globe, and they tell us all these facts about this spinning globe, and they test us, right? And as we go through school, we get a little harder tests, we get a little more information about outer space and about the planets and about how things work on here. We're tested, and if we don't memorize the facts from those books real good and learn the ways to learn those facts in those books real good, then we're not as smart as the people who didn't memorize it as good, because we're tested. They're like, what is, and then they, we get books that have facts that we can learn those facts and get good grades on the tests. Right? Yeah. And how science and medicine works in our body all comes from books. We aren't taught as youth to listen to ourselves, listen to our bodies, for reference. We aren't taught to feel it in our gut when we know something's wrong. When we feel something's wrong, ask somebody that has an education. Go to a doctor if you're feeling sick. And no, I'm not trying to put down doctors or in any way. I'm saying they just might have got programmed into an intention that they hadn't foreseen that they were asking for. Did that make sense? They didn't foresee that this is how the game was going to play out when they wanted to be a doctor. And I think most doctors have good intentions. I pray they do, and see, and are not mixed up in the greed of it all that hurts humankind, because it all goes back and starts with a few lies that we believe, two that are huge, that I do no longer believe in. And it's changed my life. I have horrible CPTSD. It's the one thing that is challenging day to day that keeps me from turning on my camera and talking to you, because it's just a challenge. It's a very big challenge. I can't stand the thought of how humanity is suffering because of that. And it hurts me. And if I talk too much, I'm crying, and I'm crying. Nothing wrong with crying. We need to cry, right? But I'm not winning any awards for the biggest crier on you. No way. All right, whatever. Not my will. Okay, I've talked to you for a few minutes. I don't want to make it 35. Oh my gosh, that one yesterday was long. Coffee. The reason I'm talking even to you about coffee is it's an acceptable habit for all of us. Maybe not all of us, and maybe not by any means all of us, but when I started drinking coffee, I was pregnant with my third child, working on a floor that there were 5 of us doing a job, and 4 of them went on vacation, and it left me to do the work of 5 people. And coffee helped me out. And that was 30 some years, 32 years, 3 years ago. 32, 3. Yeah. I'm not sure about it. Might be healthy. Might be a healthy habit. We all kind of do it. Caffeine. So, I know I'm jumping around on all stuff and I keep talking and keep talking. There's some important things that are going on our plane right now that if we could actually look at each other in the eyes and say, in my job, I do nothing but tell the truth. I can look you in the eyes, do my job, and know that you're getting the absolute best humanly treatment possible in my moments. My job is to do life for a day, right? And so why would I do anything but want to be the best for we and telling the truth is important for us as a race. I mean, this global warming, climate change, I mean, that's just a few to name, are things that they go deep, right? I mean, go deep. Okay. Thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you're a subscriber. I've got so many things to share with you that it just over bubbles me, and then they start coming all at once. So I'm trying to stay focused on one topic for you. And today it's my challenge with transforming coffee to my golden milk. The coffee's on the 20 habits that I'm not sure about. And the golden milk is on my habit that I want to religiously partake in every day, right? So yeah, that's a challenge today, because I've got coffee. I love my coffee. I only drink two to 3 cups a day, and I love them. I love you guys. Thanks again, and I'm turning this camera off. Hope your day's awesome. Best day ever. Rock it out.